Hi, Wayne here of Prophecy Proof Insights. I want to show you how powerful and how precise Bible prophecy is. In this video, I will show you how we can use Daniel's 70 weeks prophecy to confirm that the Bible identifies Jesus Christ as the Messiah. With this information, you will be able to prove to skeptics that what the Bible says is true, including what it says about Jesus. 70 weeks prophecy is found in chapter 9 of the book of Daniel. The chapter describes Daniel praying, and while in the midst of praying, Daniel was interrupted by the angel Gabriel, who told Daniel he would give him understanding. Gabriel told Daniel that 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city, to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Daniel 9:25-26 gives us details about the first 69 weeks of the 70 weeks prophecy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of this prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. And unto the end of the war desolations are determined. In other words, 69 weeks would span from the time a commandment to restore and build Jerusalem is issued to the time when the Messiah is cut off. Before we examine these events, let us consider the length of 69 prophetic weeks. We can derive the length of a prophetic week by analyzing the structure of the 7th week of Daniel. Daniel's 70th week has 2 distinctive halves. The Antichrist will confirm a covenant with many at the start of the week, but will cease temple sacrifice midway through the week. Daniel 9:27, and he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. The second half of the 70th week will be a period of severe persecution. This period will last for times and a half, according to Daniel 12:7. The word time is translated from a Hebrew word that can mean a year. Most commentators that analyze Daniel's 70 weeks prophecy correctly agree that times and a half represents 3.5 years. Therefore, a prophetic week is a 7-year period with dual 3.5-year periods. We learn that 3.5 prophetic years, or half a prophetic week, is equivalent to 1,260 days by comparing Revelation 12:14 and Revelation 12:6. And if we divide 1,260 days by 3.5 years, we find that a prophetic year is 360 days long. Since a prophetic week is 7 prophetic years in length, a prophetic week is 2,520 days. Therefore, the length of 69 prophetic weeks can be found by multiplying 2,520 days, the length of a prophetic week, by 69. That equals 173,880 days. There are 173,880 days in 69 prophetic weeks. I will build the first 69 weeks of Daniel timeline using the following information. First, the start of the first week must be in the month of Nisan in either 445 or 444 BC. That's generally the time frame when scholars believe the call to restore and build Jerusalem was issued. The call to restore and build Jerusalem was recorded in Nehemiah chapter 2. Second, the year of Christ's crucifixion must occur between 26 and 36 AD, which corresponds to the reign of Pontius Pilate, the governor of Judea. Third, the date of Christ's crucifixion must fall on the 14th of Nisan, the eve of Passover, and must have fallen on a Friday. Fourth, the end of the 69th week of Daniel took place at the ascension of Christ rather than the crucifixion of Christ, since his removal from the world occurred at his ascension. In other words, cut off doesn't refer to Christ's crucifixion, it refers to his ascension. The final thing to consider is that Christ rose from the dead on a Sunday and spent 40 days on earth following his resurrection before he ascended to heaven. The 40 days spent on earth is referenced in the book of Acts. Next, we're going to calculate the 69-week time frame. We're going to use a calendar calculator from abdicate.net in this example here. Now, there's other calendar calculators on the internet, and I have used them, and they all verify. But for the sake of convenience, we're going to use abdicate.net's calendar calculator. We're going to start with Christ's resurrection date, which we have here is Sunday, April 3rd, 33 AD. And we're going to count that as day 1. We're going to add 39 days to that. Recall that Christ spent 40 days on earth following his resurrection before he ascended to heaven. So we're going to count the first day of his resurrection as day 1. And we're going to add 39 days to that to get to 40 days. So we're going to take this SDN, which is a mathematical representation of the date. And we're going to add 39 to to it to get 40 days. So here we go. Boom. May 12, 33 AD. May 12, 33 AD represents Christ's ascension date, the date that Christ was cut off, the end of the 69th week of Daniel. And we're going to take the end of the 69th week of Daniel, we're going to subtract 69 prophetic weeks, or, as you recall, 173,880 days. So we're going to take the SDN that we have here for the end of the 69th week, and we're going to subtract 173,880 days. Let's see what we get. Boom. We have here April 18, 444 BC. And you recall that one of the criteria that we had was that the start of the first week of Daniel had to occur in either 445 or 444 BC. We have that with the 444 BC. Also recall that the first week of Daniel had to start in the month of Nisan. And that's what we have here. We have Nisan 22nd as the date. So the first week of Daniel, start date here, fits. The end of the 69th week of Daniel time frame fits. So it all fits. It's absolutely amazing how precise Bible prophecy is. Here are the important dates of the 69-week timeline summarized in this figure. Christ was cut off on May 12, 33 AD, which was exactly 483 prophetic years, or 69 prophetic weeks after the decree came to build and restore Jerusalem on April 18, 444 BC, which occurred late in the month of Nisan. I want to end this video by commenting about what we just saw. The 70 weeks prophecy was given to Daniel hundreds of years before the coming of Christ, and well before this call to restore and rebuild Jerusalem. So the accuracy of the prophecy is absolutely incredible, considering how far the giving of the prophecy and the events of the prophecy were given. The only way to explain it is that it came from God. Only God could be foreseen all this stuff, the timing of the start of the first week and the end of the 69th week. And the fact that the prophecy that actually uses the word the Messiah is used. That's incredible. And it nails the timing of the coming of the Messiah. It basically identifies Jesus Christ as the Messiah. There's no other person in the prophecy that could fit that except for Jesus Christ. So we have the Bible in the Old Testament actually telling us who the Messiah is and when he was going to come and when he was going to be cut off. It's incredible. So those who want to say that, well, the people in the New Testament times, Jesus' disciples, well, they made up a story so that he be portrayed as Messiah, that's all debunked. The Old Testament shows us that Jesus Christ is the Messiah. And we can see it through Jesus' life, and we can also see it through the timing of the prophecy of the first 69 weeks. It's absolutely incredible. And I hope you are amazed as much as I am about this. So I want to say in closing, it's an absolutely incredible prophecy. And with that, I hope you found this video insightful. If you'd like to learn more about Bible prophecy, please visit my website at prophecyproof.org. Thank you for your time.